Left, straight, face. Forward, march.
We're just gonna make Beth stand there uncomfortably. We all know how much she loves all this attention and people staring at her, so we're just gonna make her stand there awkwardly and quiet for 5-10 minutes at the most. No, I'm kidding. Actually, Beth, if you can come over here to your right. I know that the honor guard doesn't know the left from the right. We're gonna work on that. Okay. Good morning, everyone. For those of you who don't know me, my name is John Whalen. I'm the fire chief of the Coral Springs Parkland Fire Department, and I am honored to be here today to celebrate an amazing career for one of my closest friends and somebody that I not only have worked with for nearly 30 years, but somebody that I've had a relationship with for 30 years, and I'll get into that shortly. But we're here to honor Beth for her years of service to the community, and we're also proud of you, Beth, and thank you for being here on time. Really, but which is expected, you know. We all knew it. We said 8 o'clock. We knew that meant 8:30. So so she probably put in for it. I'm sure it's on her timesheet. I'll find it. Okay, I'm going to read a few things that we prepared for Beth. And then I'm going to have a few people, maybe more than a few people, come up and say a few words on her behalf. And then we're going to hear from Beth herself. She has this long speech, so we'll have to prepare her. Beth has served over 28 years of dedicated service to the Coral Springs Parkland Fire Department. She joined our department in September of 1996, actually September 16th, 1996. I know that for a reason. Throughout her career, she has earned 3 unit citations, a community involvement commendation, and was selected as Broward Hospital District Paramedic of the Year in 2001. Beth was an EMT and a CPR instructor since the very early days of the Coral Springs Fire Academy. She has helped form the Benevolent Association when it first began, and has been a member of our Honor Guard since its inception. For those of you that don't know, when the Honor Guard brought Beth in, that is an honor reserved mostly for previous Honor Guard members and long-time Honor Guard members, which Beth was a founding member of our original Honor Guard. Beth started at Station 43 and finished her career at Station 109, but she was also a driver at Station 80 for a long time before. We have great stories about Beth driving the engine before being promoted to lieutenant. So the last part they wanted me to read, I'm not reading. It has something to do with the Dolphins winning, and I'm just I can't. I'm a Jets fan. I can't bring myself to do it. So I know, I feel bad. So a couple things. One is I was talking to my wife last night about this morning, and I was telling her a story about Beth and myself. So we were hired together. There's actually a few of us in this room that were hired at the same time. I can tell you, and I said this at a new hire graduation speech on Wednesday or Thursday, that I knew exactly where I was standing and who I was with the day that I got the call that I got hired here. And actually back then it was one of those rotary phones where you'd sleep. So Beth and I were working for AMR, an ambulance company, and we had both been selected to work in a 911 capacity, meaning that we were going to be first responders working on an AMR truck in a community. The community was Davie. They hired AMR to run their EMS. We didn't know each other prior to that, so they gave us a class, like a 2-week class prior to starting to take over this community as the first responders. So Beth and I were in that class together, and we really didn't know each other. There was probably 30 of us in this class. So about halfway through the class, we were laughing because I had a pager, a beeper. I know you kids don't know what that is, but there was a beeper. We loved our beepers. And the beeper went off while we were on break, and I didn't recognize the number. I used the phone, and I called, and it was Coral Springs. And it was Angie Humphrey who worked here, and she said, "We'd like to offer you a job as a firefighter paramedic." And I was elated. I was so excited. Getting hired back then was not easy. So I went back in the classroom, and I'm gathering up my stuff And Beth comes back in, and I'm like, she's packing up her stuff. We were not supposed to be leaving. And she's like, where are you going? I said, I got hired by Coral Springs. She said, so did I. So yeah, I was like, you're kidding me. So we literally walked out of the class. And they're like, where are you going? We're like, we got hired with Coral Springs. We'll see you. And we walked out of the class and never looked back. And then on September 16th, 1996, we met at Station 71. Chief Vince Licurdo, who recently passed away, was our EMS division chief. And Bill Fife was our fire chief. And we did a 2-week class at Station 71 to become paramedics and firefighters, and the rest is history. And we've been together ever since. Beth and I have worked on trucks together. We were partners at a certain point. I went through a really tough part of my career where I had to go work on the trucks and move shifts. And the person that they assigned me to was Beth. And I had been a supervisor for many years, and I was now working for Beth, and Beth treated me like I was like her best friend and an equal and a partner, and treated me like I was family, and for that I'll always be grateful, Beth. Thank you. Okay. All right, enough about me. Let's talk more about Beth. So we have a lot of people here today that have played a part in Beth's career and in her life, and I know a few of them would like to say a few words. So I'm going to start with one of our former fire chiefs. We have 2 former fire chiefs here today. One of our former fire chiefs, who was Beth's fire chief for a very long time, and spent a lot of time with her. And he's now our city manager. He's retiring in January. We're going to miss him greatly, but I'd like to invite Frank Babinick to come up and say a few words.
Thank you, Chief Whalen. Appreciate that. Beth, this is an exciting day for you. It's a pinnacle of a lot of hard work and dedication that you've put into a very successful career. But I know it's also an emotional day, and I know it's because you love what you do and your heart and soul has always been in it. You love the men and women that you serve with, and I get that. And I understand that. But walk away knowing that you've made a tremendous difference in so many people's lives. Not just the people that you've run calls on or the people that you've educated over the years, but the men and women that you've worked with. You've had a very positive impact on their lives as well. It's always been an honor to serve with you. When I came on full time, we served out of the same station for a long time. And I always enjoyed our conversations and always enjoyed the connection that we had and have. To your family, I just want to say thank you guys. I appreciate you sharing Beth with us. I know that does not come without sacrifice. Firefighters work holidays, they miss birthdays, they miss anniversaries and have to reschedule stuff. So your service went along with Beth's service. So I just want to say thank you on behalf of all the citizens of Coral Springs and Parkland for your sacrifices as well. Let's give the family a little round of applause. So on behalf of both the commissions of Coral Springs and Parkland, on behalf of all the citizens, just thank you. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your dedicated service, how you've carried yourself, and the tremendous impacts you've made over the many years that you've been here. And as you know, and you don't even need to hear this, but you're always part of this family. Congratulations on your retirement.
Chief, thank you very much. There's one thing fire chiefs like to do, and that's talk. So I have another fire chief that's going to come up. Actually, I'm joking. Chief McNally also served as Beth's fire chief, and they also had a personal relationship in Parkland, so I know he would like to say a few words.
I don't know if anybody likes to talk more than him, but I'll make it short and sweet. Beth, take a look around. Look who's come out today for your special day. When you look back, a lot of times you stop and blink and it's gone. After just retiring, I've been doing a lot of reflection on my time here, and the part that really hits the most is the friendships. And I won't tell them about the FSU-UM game 15, 18 years ago, but we have that story. And it kind of saved their life. I didn't get a life-saving award, but you've always led with your heart. You've always led with a genuine sense of care and taking care of others. whether that was our patients out there or each other. And that's something I've always cherished. I know no difference now with retirement that I can reach out and we can have that conversation. So thank you for those impacts to us. Thank you for the impact to me and the community. And I wish you the best in retirement.
Thank you, Chief, very much for that. Another person that's here that would normally, I try to get him in to come up and say a few words, but he's kind of shy at speaking. But one of Beth's shift commanders that's retired spent almost your entire career on A shift, right? So working under Chief Fry. So Steve, I know you don't want to say anything, but I just want to recognize Chief Fry. He comes to all of these. Steve, yeah. Steve and Beth have an amazing relationship, and I know he's very proud of today, proud of her today. So, okay. So the next person that I want to ask to come up is also retired. All your friends are retired. It's weird. That's also retired. That now is starting on his second career, and he'll probably have a third and fourth because you can't keep him sitting still. Is one of Beth's former FTOs, close friends, Dolphin fan. You name it, they're like connected at the hip. Is Captain Jan Trapishin. Where's Trip? Yeah, Trip. Trip was one of the very, very original hires here as a firefighter paramedic, along with Division Chief Chris Bader, and is a stalwart of our fire department. Jan got me hired here. Thanks a lot for that, by the way. And he moved on without me, but I'm right behind him. So here you go.
Thank you. Good morning, all.
Morning.
Yes, I'm very shy, so be careful. I got hired in, actually, I think it was Chief Scarmellis here, and I think that's it, Caldera. Last of the originals. 12/4/95 is when I got hired. We started with Coral Springs, and we were doing when they got the contract, so for 8 months, it was just we had rescue running with Broward County. Oh yeah, no worries. So afterwards, when we saw the class with Chief Whalen and Beth and all that stuff, I actually was helping them get accustomed to the way Coral Springs is going to be and stuff like that. And I'm all big wig, I'm feeling all important stuff. And then once I found out who my crew is, I'm like, okay, good. They're like, yeah, you're going to be with Beth Walker and Rich Antonini. Great, an EMT, and we won't talk about Richie, we all know that. I was like, great, thanks. And I was like, oh, but she's a good EMT. There's no such thing as a good EMT. No. I was like, great. All right, so whatever, I'm just gonna make the best of it and everything. She's a Dolphin fan. Oh, Dolphin fan. Okay, so that was like, okay, good, we got something. All right, we got this. So first day, she's coming in all nervous and stuff like that. She already knows I hate EMTs, I'm very shy. I'm being a hard ass. I'm making her scrub the garbage cans, inside liners. Oh yeah, scrubbing there like that, just getting like that. To find out, it was every day we used to clean the bays. I have her scrub the bays and stuff like that. To later on, where now I'm kissing her ass, giving her coffee with 2 freaking equals. Make sure while she's there using this, I'm scrubbing stuff like that. So it kind of turned around. So a lot of stories I have with Beth, but she made me understand just how important it is with partnership, friendship, stuff like that. Because I worked with Chief Whalen at the time through Bethesda Ambulance. I happened to get hired through Coral Springs just right before he did, and it was just an amazing concept. So working with Beth, we were partnered for 5-6 years, bringing her kids in. I used to play tricks on them, squeezing water bottles on them. And, oh yeah, one of them said, oh yeah, I screwed all them. Yeah, they thought. Yeah. I remember Bonnie and Brooke, they were killing each other. It was funny. I laughed. I, of course, enticed it because it was even funnier. Told them about the popcorn trick and things like that. Yeah. Anyways, this is all about Beth. I am very proud of her, and that is an amazing accomplishment. 28 years, and congratulations, Beth. I'm so proud of you. Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of stories that we absolutely cannot share. They stay here. They're gonna retire with Beth. Thank God, yeah, for that for all of us. Okay, next I'd like to bring up Beth's current shift commander. Her battalion's not here. Danny Nyer, unfortunately, he's on vacation with his family. So, but her district chief is here, Joey Scribello. So I'm going to ask Joey to come up. And while Joey's walking up, I also want to recognize all the other chief officers that are here that came in today. Thank you guys for coming in and being here. Chief Lopez is back there. He worked with with Beth for a very long time. Chief Bader was her captain for a very long time. And you guys are welcome to come up and say a few words if you want after Joey.
Good morning, everyone. I'm representing A Shift, but I'm also here as a friend to Beth. We've known each other for 28 years. I've had the opportunity to work with her for a very long time on rescue back in the day. I won't bring up, well maybe I will, the fact that she forced me. I was 20 years old when I got hired, so I was like a child, and she was like a mother figure to me, and she forced me to dye my hair blonde on duty. But we won't talk about that. I had hair, believe it or not, back in the day. Anyway, you know, in Beth's 28 years, she's been a firefighter, spent time as a driver, and then a lieutenant, and she spent every one of those years as a member of A Shift. So that is an accomplishment I don't believe that any of our retirees have that have been here as long as Beth. So that's super cool to have one employee represent one shift for 28 years. And in those 28 years, she's worked at every firehouse, but for almost half of those years, she worked at 43. So 13 years, I believe, at 43 was another tremendous accomplishment. It's one of our busiest trucks in the city, and she certainly did her time, so to speak, at 43. And like I said, she's worked at every fire station, but between 43 and then going to 109, where she took a little bit of a break leading into retirement. But yesterday we were able to fly a flag at 43 and 109 to honor her service at both of the stations she spent the most time serving at. So this plaque is a flag that we flew with a certificate that I want to present to you. Finally, I'm just on that behalf of A Shift, I'm sorry. Today's B Shift, give me a break. On the behalf of A Shift, I just want to thank you for your time and appreciate your time as a friend and as a sister. And having you here has been great, and we're going to sorely miss you, all the great times we've had together. But I just want to wish you from our shift the very best in retirement and the next chapter in your life. Congratulations.
Very nice. At this time, I'd like to welcome up one of Beth's former chief officers that she worked for many, many years under. Battalion Chief at the time, Eddie Lopez, who's now District Chief on C Shift. Chief Eddie Lopez.
Lopez!
CJ.
Crack a jack!
Beth, what a long time, 28 years. I wouldn't miss being here for the world. I love you to death. Glenn, stop crying, man, please. Love you so much. Thank you for your friendship. Thank you for always being there. It's been an amazing ride for you, and just want you to have a healthy and happy retirement. You know where to find me. I'm not going to be far away. Yep, I'll be right there. You know exactly where to go. And then, you know, I just want the best for you. Enjoy retirement, and just be safe. It was nice seeing you on the roof the other day on that fire department, by the way. I was so surprised you took the overtime, I couldn't believe it. But since you took the overtime, I put you to work, and it was nice seeing you. I got a picture of it, so I have proof of that. And, you know, sister, I love you to death, okay? Many blessings to you and your family.
Thank you, Chief Lopez. So, two things, Josh. Before we leave, if you can get a picture of Beth, Chief Lopez, Captain Dave Snyder, and myself. There was 26 of us that in 1996 that got hired. 26. There's 4 of us here today, and I think there's about 10 of us left overall in the department. So, and now 9. So we're sort of dropping like flies, but for a good reason. So, okay. So. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to talk a little bit about, unless anybody else wants to speak, if you do. Yeah, of course. Another one of my favorite people.
Lies. I dress for the occasion the way Beth would love for me to dress. Minus the Dolphins attire. I'd like to thank you guys for coming here. I'm officially canceling this retirement ceremony because I'm not ready. Might be the wrong part of my cycle to talk about this right now, but feeling a little emotional. Beth, you are what the brotherhood is about. You always were. Oh man, I'm sorry. You know, Beth originally, when she's always been a pillar for me here, and when we became the same rank, she was my swap buddy, and I thought it was just because she wanted the Dolphins games off. But it turns out she was really just the backbone here and making everything work for everybody. Glenn, thank you. To Beth's family, thank you for sharing her. She's been such a huge part of my life. And when I realized that the swaps weren't just about the Dolphins, was when we had the MSD shooting. We came the next shift, and some of us weren't ready to come back, and I was relieving Beth in the morning. This is the shift right after the shooting. And Beth stayed with me until 5 p.m. 5 p.m. because I was a little nervous to run another call in a really weird way. I can't really explain it. And that wasn't just because it was a big event. It was other personal times where I really needed a favor and Beth was there. And I would do anything to return those favors. I mean, returning swaps didn't even scratch the surface of how much you mean, not just to me, but to all of us, and really keeping it together. So I really just want to thank you and ask you to stay until about 2038 or so. I'm so proud of you, and I'm so thankful for your service, and thankful for your family for allowing you to commit to us too. And I wish you the best of luck. Anything you need, I owe you. I owe you.
Quit your crying. Okay. Anybody else? Okay. So the next group, and thank you, Candace, so much for mentioning this. It's obviously a big part of what we do in our department specifically. I think we do it better than anybody else, is to thank the families, to thank your family. Chief Babinick mentioned it, Candace mentioned it. This fire department particularly is truly a family, and I mentioned this again to the new hires that we had today. Once you join the fire service, and once you join specifically the Coral Springs Parkland Fire Department, you are truly family. Beth has been this part of this family for nearly 30 years. You have been a part of this family that entire time. And although we may not see you every day, we see the representative that you allow us to be a part of our family, that you support behind the scenes, that you're there day in and day out, off shift, when they're on shift, the birthdays, the holidays, all the things that Chief Avedek mentioned. This career, a career of this magnitude, does not happen without you. It does not happen without your support. It doesn't happen with all the support of everybody standing behind you and their families. So, on behalf of a very, very grateful fire department, we would like to present Glenn. Normally we give flowers. Glenn, come on. Normally we give flowers, but apparently Glenn's not a big flower fan. I'm not sure why. So the department and the shift, on behalf of all of us, we'd like to present you to you. We'd like to present you, and we know you've been dealing with some things lately. You look great, by the way. We'd like to present you with this card. There's stuff in there that you can actually use. Flowers you get to use you can use this for a long time. So we really appreciate everything, Glenn, and everything that you've done standing by. Of course, you're welcome. Thank you. Thank you to the rest of your family. You can tell they've been together a long time. He didn't even look. Yeah, he just walked right by you. Yeah, I don't blame you. She'll take it out of your hand. I've dealt with this, Glenn. I got this. Okay, at this time, I'd like to welcome the Honor Guard representative, or whoever they want to come up. It's going to be Dave Eichwart.
Hi. How's everybody doing? We wanted to present Beth with her badge that she was issued when she became a original member of the Honor Guard back in 2004. Beth's been to many, countless dedications, ceremonies, funerals. She's always been an active member her entire time, so this is your badge that you had in your career. And we also want to give you this plaque dedicating your commitment to the Honor Guard. Thank you. That's all I have.
Can we have the rest of the Honor Guard come up and do a picture with them as well, please? That's okay. Okay. Anybody that's still in uniform, yeah. Okay. All right. Everybody got undressed real quick. Apparently these are itchy. The word on the street. Awesome. Thank you. Okay, next I'd like to welcome Lieutenant Mike Farmer. Mikey. And Charles Jonker. These are our benevolent members. They do so much for our organization. For those of you that don't know how much they do, it's an incredible amount of work, and we really appreciate all that they do.
I wanted a hug. I'm sorry, I gotta get a hug. So on behalf of the Benevolent Association, we want to thank Beth for her years of service and dedication to the community. I was going through some old paperwork and files and stuff, and we have all the old logbooks from when Pat Ellis and everybody was here, when it was the Benevolent started. And it's neat to go down and see people's names, their entries, what they did, the time they put in. So Beth's commitments, dedication to starting and helping to start the foundation for what we are today, has come leaps and bounds, and has helped so many people throughout the years. And we continue to move forward, and we thank her for doing that, bringing us to where we are, starting it out, having that vision, and we continue that vision, and we hope that that vision, started from you, inspired through the current members, also inspire some of our newer members to also continue this on and help other families, other community members as well. So we just want to thank you for that. So on behalf of Benevolent, we have a couple of gifts for you. We have your all-inclusive, toasty, cozy retirement blanket. Okay? Glenn, you can use that. Very nice. That can go along with that.
Thank you very much.
Your official retired hat. Your official retired shirt. And then we want to present to you your 28 years, but because majority of those years were on rescue, it should say 60 years of service to the community Beth's going to be the original OG rescue person doing majority of her time on rescue, which again, the hardest working individuals in this fire department are on rescue. Anybody else? So again, thank you to everybody. We appreciate you. Best of luck. Glenn, enjoy retirement. Your family, thank you. Okay? Enjoy the gift that you've gifted us with. Take care of each other and just enjoy. Have a great retirement.
Thank you.
Awesome job. Congratulations. Beth, you can't use that on the boat to cut bait. So leave it on the wall. Don't cut bait with it. I know. I gotta tell you these things. Okay, next I would like to have retired fire chief, current city manager, nearly retired city manager Frank Babinet come up, and he's going to give Beth her retiree badge and all. He told her you can get into free Dolphins parking showing your badge. So, yeah. Thanks, Chief. At this time, I would like to ask Chris Bader, Steve Fry, and Eddie Lopez to come up, and they're going to give Beth a few things as well.
Is that how much so clean?
There is one thing I just wanted to say, remember, she was a driver. She gave that up for lieutenant.
Dumb, you better be tough.
We have a gift to present Beth from A Shift. So I asked the crew of 109 to come up. They're going to present it, but again, this is from the entire shift. We collaboratively put something together with the help of Glenn to present to you. Close your eyes, Beth.
That is badass.
I just want everybody to see it.
That is beautiful, Chris.
Hey, what's in there?
Now, on city property, we're not allowed to fill it, so we'll do that after.
Thank you all very much. Thank you all.
Beth, your crew's also going to present you with your helmet.
Awesome job. Congratulations again. Glenn, I don't want to see you lifting that cooler.
Yeah.
You know we smile. Glenn can now wear your helmet. Now he's allowed to wear the helmet around the house. Okay. As we're closing here, is there anybody from the family that would like to say anything or anything? Anybody? Okay, you guys can do all that later. Okay, so at this time, we're going to stay around. We're going to do pictures. We have all this stuff that the families and anybody that wants to have pictures with Beth, we're going to make her as uncomfortable as possible for as long as possible before 11 o'clock, and we get to what she really wants to do. So thank you all so much for coming. We really appreciate it. On Beth's behalf, thanks for coming. Please come up and feel free to take pictures. Congratulations, Beth. Trip, Dave, Eddie Lopez, Chief Lopez. Come on up. We're going to do our 9/16/96 special.